Typhoon Yagi, a powerful storm with winds reaching up to 149 kilometers per hour, slammed into northern Vietnam on September 10, 2024. The storm made landfall in Quang Ninh province, bringing with it torrential rains and powerful winds. Coastal communities were the first to feel the typhoon's force. Homes were damaged, trees uprooted, and power lines brought down. The storm surge, a wall of water pushed ashore by the typhoon's winds, inundated low-lying areas. The northern provinces of Vietnam are no strangers to typhoons, but Yagi's intensity took many by surprise. The storm's rapid intensification in the days leading up to landfall made it difficult for authorities to issue timely warnings. This left many coastal communities vulnerable to the storm's full fury. The rugged terrain of northern Vietnam further exacerbated the situation. The steep mountains and narrow valleys channeled the typhoon's rainfall into raging torrents. This led to widespread flooding and landslides, cutting off access to remote villages and towns. The combination of strong winds, heavy rain, and mountainous terrain created a perfect storm for disaster.
Typhoon Yagi's impact was immediate and devastating. In the immediate aftermath of the storm, reports of destruction and loss of life began to emerge. One of the most dramatic incidents was the collapse of a bridge in Yên Bái province. The bridge, a vital link for local communities, crumbled under the weight of floodwaters.
A passenger bus carrying dozens of people was swept away by the surging river just moments before the bridge gave way. This tragic event highlighted the unforgiving power of nature and the vulnerability of infrastructure in the face of extreme weather events.
In the mountainous regions, landslides became a major threat. The heavy rains saturated the soil, making the slopes unstable. Villages nestled in the valleys were at particular risk. In several instances, entire hillsides gave way, burying homes and people under tons of mud and debris.
As rescue workers raced against time to reach those affected by the typhoon, the true scale of the disaster began to emerge. The death toll from Typhoon Yagi climbed steadily in the days following the storm. Official figures put the number of fatalities at over 100, making it the deadliest typhoon to hit Vietnam in decades.
However, with many areas still inaccessible due to flooding and landslides, the actual number of casualties was feared to be much higher. Hundreds more were reported missing, their fate unknown. The injured, numbering in the thousands, overwhelmed local hospitals and medical facilities.
The storm's impact extended far beyond the immediate loss of life. Thousands of homes were damaged or destroyed, leaving families homeless and displaced. The agricultural sector, a mainstay of the Vietnamese economy, suffered a severe blow. Vast swathes of farmland were inundated with floodwaters, destroying crops and jeopardizing the livelihoods of millions.
Typhoon Yagi's ferocity served as a stark reminder of the growing threat posed by climate change. Scientists have long warned that rising global temperatures are leading to more frequent and intense extreme weather events, including typhoons. Warmer ocean temperatures provide more energy for these storms, making them more powerful and destructive. Furthermore, climate change is altering weather patterns, leading to heavier rainfall and increased risks of flooding. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the leading international body for the assessment of climate change, has stated with high confidence that human activities are the dominant cause of observed warming since the mid-20th century. This warming is already having a profound impact on the planet, as evidenced by the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events like Typhoon Yagi. The scientific evidence is clear. Climate change is real. It is happening now, and it is having a devastating impact on communities around the world.
Before reaching Vietnam, Typhoon Yagi had already left a trail of destruction across East Asia. The storm first made landfall in the Philippines, where it brought heavy rains and strong winds to the northern part of the country. While the Philippines was spared a direct hit, the storm's outer bands caused flooding and landslides, displacing thousands of people. From the Philippines, Yagi moved on to China, where it made landfall in Guangdong province. The storm brought strong winds and heavy rains to the region, causing widespread power outages and transportation disruptions. Coastal areas were particularly hard hit, with storm surge flooding low-lying areas and damaging infrastructure. Typhoon Yagi's journey across East Asia, from the Philippines to China and finally to Vietnam, highlighted the interconnectedness of weather systems and the global nature of climate change impacts. No country is immune to the effects of a changing climate, and international cooperation is essential to address this shared challenge.